Apparently I'm live. Okay. Here we are. I hope you're doing good because I'm like, where are we? Okay, let me adjust the camera. I thought I was trying to make this better this time, but it's not going to be. We take it as it is. Now, hi from Norway. At least the comments are working. I'm finally live. I think you can all hear me. Otherwise, you're gonna, woohoo says yes. Hi, Tara. I'm glad to see some names, although I can't hear you, because for that I would need a live stream software, and just no can do. These last 2 days, it's been hard enough doing anything, and it's a miracle in itself that I can speak. I am holding, in case you're wondering, I'm holding something because we need to take the big guns out, and I need to ground because the energies are so intense, and especially when I do any kind of video, not to mention a live and then an activation, and on a day like this, it's like, let's ground together. Let's first of all do the sage. How are you all doing? So we're just gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna try and really bring some lightness and joy into this, because even before I opened my eyes this morning, oh my God, so heavy. I was clearing a lot. Then I was getting better, salt bath. Then I was grounding at the church. But actually, because they're on ley lines, it's not so bad. And we're clearing all of the stuff. So, which we're almost done. Now, how are you all feeling? I would like to really get an idea of how people are. Yes, we're grounding and settling down. Tired, did not get good sleep. Yeah, oh my goodness. I cannot sleep until early in the morning. Even sometimes I fall kind of asleep or kind of a meditation, go in and out of awareness early on in the evening, but then I will wake up again and then I can't sleep until early in the morning. And also often I do videos or even write late, because you might notice, and I've noticed this for years, when it's when everybody else is asleep around you, especially if you would be living in more populated areas, you can feel as everybody goes to sleep, it's just a lot, it's like, finally I can hear, and you have a lot better reception. That's why a lot of people have this, that you're awake at, also at 333, or, certain numbers obviously activating, but also the being up late at night also is because the frequencies and activations can just come in much more clearly, because we have not so much interference, especially on the artificial frequency level. So I always find there's a lot more coming in, a lot more clarity, a lot of old stuff coming up. Yeah, so a lot of realizations. So what's happening really is a lot of clarity, crystal clarity is coming online. So it's really arising from within, which is really the only way we can properly do this, because it's not, as I see it, disclosure, as I've said before, as a thing of us being told what the truth is, because there are many sources trying to do this already, but really it arising our memories from within. Tina, you're in Egypt. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Thank you for tuning in. Extra, beyond words, I'm happy that I can speak, because earlier on I've said to my mom several times, please don't speak to me today. I just can't speak. It's too exhausting as well. I prefer, I easily with these energies, just like the remote activations are so much easier, first of all, for me to feel more and to see more, because I don't have to focus on anything else. But, it's a really nice way to really deepen into what's available. But obviously, I was just guided to do it this way this time. And although we can't speak, At least we have the messages and, of course, the energies, because where we are going, it's a telepathic communication network. And I mean, I mention this often because I'm really more an introvert telepathic person, and I much more prefer that, although I can speak a lot when I want to. And it's also one of my gifts I'm here to do. The funny thing is, at the same time, I find language very exhausting, sometimes boring, because it separates us. You know, it's he, she, past, present, future. As soon as we use language, and losing is the next part, we drop into separation. So it's so hard, especially now, to convey all the multidimensional information that's coming in, because there's no way ever just one answer to anything. It's always many different things. And the same with our life experiences. There are so many levels to all of this, and there's not just good and bad and right and wrong. It really isn't. That is polarity consciousness, and we really have to fully transcend this now to be the unity grid, the diamond grid system, and find that clarity that is beyond the thinking monkey mind, which is really an artificial ego algorithm. Okay, it's not our true self. All the programming, all the conditioning, all of that stuff is not our true self, who we were told we are as kids, or how to be, not to be. Okay, so it's like this whole freedom thing is really about us embodying this from within and being our true self, and that expands every day. Okay, who we are, it never stops. Like we're always dying and rebirthing ourselves. So it's not set, but there's a core essence that we are now returning to, and that we are rebirthing on a collective level, because we have the keys and codes in our DNA, in our fields, and all together we make up the planetary body. And we are not helpless, especially when it comes to collective timelines. And I know I can sometimes be a little bit, how would I say this? Not short, maybe short, but yeah, I mean, I'm talking about this for a long time, and I do have had infinite patience, and it is bearing thin on a general energetic level. And that level needs to come in now, because we collectively, as a one soul, one mind, one heart, one body, need to shout out from within, no more. We hold the timelines, and we are not going along with the script that they're writing. Cancel, clear, delete. It's done. It's done, it's done, it's done. It really is. That's all I see. That's all I can hear. So that's only the advice I can give. And I'm not saying that we don't have also, collective agreements. And there's more than just us wishing things away. Of course, it's not like this, okay? We all have our things, like me with the housing market in Ireland, which makes it like, in 3D terms, impossible for me to find anything where I want to be, closer to my daughter. So, because it's so expensive, it's insanely expensive, and it's not okay. So we work with that, and we know that we have to shift the realities in order to have the freedom that we want to, and that's why we're here today. So we're going to see what comes in. It's 22:21, any moment now. It's 22:22. And yeah, it's a potent day, not just because of the number, but it has been shown to me a few days ago. And then I saw another video that really confirmed it, of what is potential, what the potential is today, really. 22:22 it is. So this we all play with time, it's a coordinate, it's a orientation point, but it's more than just a number. It's the energies that are available, and it's all about the frequency. And that's what I always say. So don't also we're not literally waiting for a flash to come in or whatever may or may not happen, but it may happen. Ultimately, as I've said in my last video, this is not about specifics. This is about the frequency we hold, and it's the frequency of divine love. And that divine love really, truly heals all. God is love. And that supernova of the heart event is also connected to crystalline core, and it's really the healing frequency that is coming in now. And that divine love is not naive, it's not a pushover, it's very wise, it's very strong, because what we're anchoring here today also is the Holy Trinity, the tri-wave, but it's also our inner trinity of the Divine Father, Divine Mother, and Divine Child, which we can see. These are all just reference points, and I do try to use words that most people can understand, because I like to play with words. I do try and make it understandable for most people, although I know some of the stuff I talk about is not always coherent and it's not always understood. But I remember as I started out this journey, especially, and people are coming from all kinds of different, I guess, knowledge backgrounds and what they believe in. But when I started, I remember I would read a lot of stuff, and at the beginning you don't really understand that much, but you're trying to reprogram yourself. But there's another problem, because then you have the whole spiritual programming, which we now have to unravel ourselves from, because there are all these different kind of gates we need to walk through in order to make it to the next level of consciousness and to transcend the next layer of nonsense and programming and conditioning. And there's as much in the spiritual, wisdom department as there is in the school and society and what we've been taught is right and wrong. Quantum is the only way. There is only always now. Now, linear time has always been a challenge for me, but it's also, a positive, because I find it more easy to connect with the no time idea. Hi, Holger. And thank you so much for everyone, truly, who've been, I just want to say this now before I forget it, who's been supporting me throughout all this time. I think many of us can feel this culmination point, this kind of graduation point of, well done, everyone. Thank you for walking this path with me. And thank you for your support, truly, for everybody in any way, shape, and form that has come, even the first, So everything has helped us, and that's the whole understanding now. And that's how we're transcending the polarity. All right. And that's what we're doing here today, energetically, and with this activation of anchoring more of that 0-point field, which is the Trinity, which is the polarities balanced within the 0-point field of divine and not divine neutrality and divine love. But again, that divine love has a lot of discernment. All right. It's this is justice time for sure. But it's not about making people pay and suffer. We had enough of that. That's been a very clear message. And if you wish suffering upon another, you literally are wishing it upon yourself. And that's where we really have to go within and, resolve the deeper layers of the anger we have with other people, or the unforgiveness, which is the key to forgiveness, of forgiving ourselves and all others for anything and everything we've ever done. Because that's that forgiveness, and that's freedom. And freedom is truth. It's prosperity, abundance. It's all really the same, because once you have forgiveness, we can release the past and come for the truth to be revealed. Because if we still have that unforgiveness and blame towards anything or anyone, we are still, kind of not ready to transcend and free ourselves, because forgiveness is freedom, isn't it? Because if we don't forgive another person, when you feel anger, who's feeling the anger most of all? You are. So, and it's okay to feel the anger. It's not unspiritual, especially as we've been so oppressed, and, the divine feminine or the Blu-ray and getting angry. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that we try to not splat all of our shit against the walls. We try to alchemize it and use it to create change, and to use it to create miracles and clean up this place. So it's very much needed, and also to free our throat chakra, but we try not to create more misery and more trauma and more pain. So, because it stops with us, doesn't it? And it stops now because we say so, because we have to say so. And it's not that I just make this up. It's that I can see the signs everywhere, and I know I'm not the only one. And it is in no time. This is about the frequency. And if enough of us can embody this, then it goes out into the grids, and collectively we're there. And again, this goes beyond the time right now and how many people might be here, or, it's just let totally go of any expectation. Just drop into your eternal self that is already ascended, always and now. Because that's what we have to transcend if we want to transcend these lower realities that are all based in time. Time is money. Everybody's running around stressed with time. I did it for years. I used to work in software sales for big companies. I did it all until I had a couple of burnouts, which also led to my awakening. Obviously, everything always divine. That's the whole thing. But in hindsight, we can see the divinity of it all. And that's where we are now. Because when we can fully forgive ourselves and go deep within into that inner work, we really automatically can do this with other people as well. Because anything we ever have judged in another, we always judge within ourselves. Whether it's an old part we still haven't made fully peace with, that we've worked very hard to transcend. Possibly we still have some of that anyway within us. Because that's the thing we all want in the singularity, is that we are all one. And if one suffers, we all suffer on some level. It really is like that. But yes, we also don't suffer along with other people. So that's the both end. That's the paradox in everything. That's what we're trying to integrate, which is a little bit hard for the right and the left brain, but that's what's happening now with the merging of our brain, merging of the polarities within the divine neutrality. And these are also the Trinity Kryst codes that are coming in. There's CS gold. There was loads of gold coming in earlier. White, diamond white light, and platinum light. And these are anchoring into the grids, and we're also anchoring further the 0 point field. There was a huge clearing last night, or this morning. We don't do time. As I was trying to settle down to sleep, of AI within our bodies in the grids. Because again, everything we do within ourselves, it happens in the grids. That's why we do what we're doing. That's why I do everything really collectively and try to have everybody that wants to take part. And for example, I remember, and that's also the funny thing with paradox, and sometimes why flip-flopping is actually okay. I was getting that yesterday, because it's like, I think 2 or 3 months ago, I was saying, okay, this is the end of, doing the activations on donation-based. And because you sometimes get, if things are not going so well or whatever, you can have resentment, because we do, people like me do a lot, and we do a lot for free. And sometimes you don't feel as if you're being as recognized or as supported back as you want to, or you deserve. That's more like it. But anyway, these are all stories, obviously, in programs we also have to transcend. Yeah, and as you do, then things get better and everything is fine. But this is also, and then I go back to, let's do everything on donation, because ultimately we thought we would be done by now, seriously. But any moment now, and until we all still having to transcend the, poverty consciousness and not having enough, and especially with everything that goes on right now, with these fallen timelines as the systems are breaking down, and all the fear really needs to come up. Okay, so to come back just quickly to the timelines before I forget this. So if we, for example, are experiencing whatever food shortages, or especially money issues, all right, because a lot of us light workers had to transcend that, because ultimately it's about us shifting our focus from the importance of money to the spiritual growth, because we can't really take money with us, especially where we are going. I don't think it will be an issue much longer in one way or another. Donations, yeah, sorry. Donations as in also, just before I forget it, and I'm just going to talk maximum another half an hour, and then we're going to do the activation, okay? Yeah, so I do everything on donation based. And I haven't been guided to do any private sessions. And I have said a while ago I would do, things in the future where people need to pay in order to take part. Now, and then I was guided again to no, let it go, because again, things do shift and change. Okay, the timelines keep shifting and changing, and we had it. We had it. Okay, 1 second. As we all still, okay. Not anymore. All right. I think many of us can feel that things are getting a lot better in the prosperity department, because a lot of this is ultimately down to us and our self-worth. Okay. But we also do, especially in the spiritual business, do things that are, it's not for money ultimately, but we also need to feed ourselves. So yeah, if anyone has a problem with people asking for donations, check yourselves. Anyway, so all I do, people who get it. Who doesn't get it, please do leave. Thank you. Bye-bye. And nobody is forced to do it anyway. But if people can appreciate what I'm offering and sharing, especially a life activation or, things that you feel beneficial to you, and you're able to share a donation, however big or small, yes, thank you very much. If you're not, absolutely not a problem, and you're more than welcome to take part this way. Now, that said, to go back to the timelines and things like prosperity and these programs running, all right, we have to work through them, and we work through them by them coming up. So these are collective things where we can transcend the importance of money and everybody running after money, okay, everybody being stressed by time. All of these programs, all of these things need to be transcended. How do we transcend them? By them coming up in our life, whether that's a personal timeline where we might need to make a choice between keeping our job that's sucking our, life out of us, and we never have time for anything, and we're doing it really just for the money, and then deciding to leave it and make that step and that quantum jump to do something we love doing, but we might need to make some sacrifices along the way, like I have done, in order to do this instead of doing sales and having a nice flat and so forth and traveling around. Anyway, because we are creating new programs for the collective, which we anchor, and then ultimately, as we work on all these limiting programs that are telling us that, money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't make a living or be successful by doing what we love, all of these programs running, okay, that we're transcending. And then you get to a place where things do work out and things are coming together because you are aligning with your true self of what you really want to do, and you believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, everything becomes possible. But yeah, it can take a while depending on what in our template we still have to work on. Some people don't have problems with that. Everybody has a different part of the pie, ultimately, of the pieces and programs and templates we still need to work on. And that's why when we come together also, we always exchange keys and codes. So we always, even now, and we can't really talk, but still, again, this is also telepathically, many of us are always connected, okay? Because this is the thing I said in my last video as well about, with the special message to the twin flames, but it really is beyond just any concept. It's everybody, okay? Everybody's affected by that, of the transcending the illusions of this matrix, which are things like time and money, space, gravity, also to do with the magnetic pole shift, if we want to levitate, okay? So abundance does grow on trees. I like that program. Let's pick it up. Let's download it. Okay, and some people don't like programs and downloading all these computer analogs. I mean, again, I play with language. We don't have really good replacements for it. And again, it should be playful. We need to get out of the seriousness and playfulness now, please, because these are the bliss codes, these are the abundance codes. Isn't that what we want from New Earth? And let's cancel the sacrificial programming and templates, because I'm done with this shit. I'm really, really done. I've had enough. All right. Now, the Christ has crucified him and herself enough. Let's cancel these programs. Now we can learn through joy. Okay. That's the Christ, the child, inner child. Joyful creation, and creation, being creative, also keeps us sane, or it actually makes us sane. Like, I obviously do and share a lot, and it's really the one thing that makes and keeps me sane, especially over the last 2 years. So it's just, and I really believe that's the solution to it all for everybody, and also a key to abundance, for example. And yes, and when money is gone, there will be other energetic exchanges. That's the thing. You can't just always give. And never anything comes back, of course. I'm not saying that's happening. But, you know, that sometimes happens also in relationships. That happens on any level, whether it's energy or whether it's money or whether it's gifts, whatever it may be. All right. So balance is the key. And that's another thing. When we think of God consciousness and virtues and attitudes, I believe as these codes come in, it really unlocks in our DNA. Okay. Obviously, we are here to also sort out what are we keeping and what are we sending back to source for re-encryption. And we are really doing the re-encryption of the old programs to overwriting them, such as abundance does grow on trees. So, because trees are abundance, air is abundance, that's the new abundance, love is the new abundance, time with your loved ones are a new abundance. Take money all out of the picture anyway, because that's you know, that's the whole thing. Do what you love, not thinking how can I make money, but you know, do what you love. And then of course, if there's an exchange, think about what's an appropriate amount of money to charge, for example. So there's no right or wrong, you know, it's just the way I'm doing this. It's also administratively a nightmare to manage. And I'm just so far doing it on my own. That's also why I did this today. This way was just the easiest way to do it. Instead of like, and I don't like to also do calls when you have loads of people being able to talk in and pictures going in and out, and the energies are very kind of all over the place. So I just wanted to do it this way. It's just energetically was the best way to do it. Anyway, now I don't know where I was, what I wanted to say. Timelines, again, it's ultimately in your DNA. And yes, these are ultimately your DNA, your instruction sets that I talk about, and you know, that are in your morphogenetic field. It's consciousness. Okay, so yes, it's morals and ethics. That's where I was. And ultimately, as these codes come in, they unlock. And yes, we are still here to decide what is, you know, beneficial for us, the belief systems, the thought forms, you know, and what shift, delete, and, you know, override with, as we said, these things. Now we do this all the time, and this is really how we re-encrypt our DNA as well with, you know, doing maybe sound healing or energy healing or talking to our DNA, many different things, affirmations, many different things. So basically, all of this is many things. So it's not just wishing, and it's, you know, not just sitting there and pretending everything is going to be great. No, it's really facing all that's coming up naturally in our environment. It's really natural now, especially as all the interference patterns are leaving. And yes, it's many things. Many people of us have many different jobs of what we do to make all of this happen. And this is quantum. This is everything coming together now. This is literally millions and billions of years of, again, it's beyond all of this. It's quantum, and language cannot really beyond words. And the new currency is love. The new currency is, you know, us co-creating beautiful things together. And I don't think money is an issue, and that's how I'm really, really trying to live. And I really feel the whole energy around money has become very different. That's also why I know prosperity is now on its way, because I cannot feel these energies in my own field anymore of like poverty consciousness and lack or anything. I just don't worry about it. It's just about, you know, the whole thing is we do need to wait for divine timing. So yeah, it's not about forcing our ego will of, you know, manifesting something. But that's the whole thing. It's when we connect to source and really clear our ego, you know, and really connect to our true self, our God source self. It's like source streaming through us what we want. Know when we need to wait and hold on. And we don't force things. We do it all in alignment with source. But then we need to really listen to our intuition. And that's very much the divine feminine energies within us all, listening to our intuition and wisdom and believing in them, and that we can make these things happen. You know, that when we do grid work or energy work or work on timelines, you know, we all have different gifts in how we work with this. And we all do this to certain degrees, you know. But we do have specific gifts for each one of us that are very much activated now, again, with the clarity and the memories. And this is also what the activation is about. So within the crystalline structures are activating, within the grids, and that's bringing online, obviously, the new grid, which is already flowing and pumping, but it's literally waiting for the final ignition in divine no time, okay? But with these activations, we do open up the gates together, and we are these acupuncture needles on Earth, but we do not have expectations. We totally let go, and we really surrender to divine will. And this is really what all of this is for me about. Because I've done many stupid things on my journey, or stupid to the 3D mind, but I could always see later, that's why I do this. Because you need to just transcend the fear. It's the fear matrix. It's all these fear programs, all this limited programming. That's what we're trying to shift, delete. All right. And it's not, it's everything is this. We don't need to, it just comes up naturally now. And it's all clearing, and all I can see is any moment now, the whole false artificial timelines are, they're already in full collapse mode. But it's basically of bringing online our crystalline self, our multidimensional diamond avatar self in quantum no time. So we have to transcend all these illusions of the fear matrix, all these limiting programs, all these reversals within the consciousness. Okay, these are all the bad codings in our DNA. And there are many different ways of going about this. There's not just one way. And we're all doing our piece. And that's also the thing. So we transcend the whole unforgiveness part by understanding this is ultimately a happening. God is in charge here. And I know it seems like sometimes he's forgotten about us or whatever through different lifetimes. All right. But ultimately, there is a higher order in place. And yeah, we needed a lot of patience to get us to this point. Infinite patience and strength. But to get it right. It's a frequency, and ultimately this is beyond time. So transcend it, go timeless, connect with your timeless eternal self that is already ascended in quantum no time. And that's what we are doing really here today. And yeah, it's the true authentic self. It's your natural self, before anyone told you to. So if you, for example, think I shouldn't be angry or shouldn't be this, no, it's quantum. It's so multidimensional. Yeah, you can get pissy if somebody is really trying to, get to you. We need to also have that strength. But yeah, we're not going to hurt someone, but we know how to enforce our boundaries. And we also can, breathe dragon fire down someone's neck, or breath, dragon breath. All right. As in, not with me, back off if necessary. And that's an energy. It's a frequency, again, we embody. So, in each moment it will be different. So these are all these parts. We really need to merge our shadow and our angelic self, okay, our fallen parts and our risen parts. It all merges as one. We cannot deny the shadow. We really need to just bring it up and love it. Because when we deny it, or when we judge it, and when we demonize it, the, shadow in people and the shortcomings, that's when you create monsters, really. And that's really what has happened, demonizing, instead of seeing it in an appropriate way. And I've spoken about this in other videos. It's really about also the masculine and feminine energies within us all, where we are embodying the divine aspects. And it's not just like you're just embodying divine feminine if you're in a woman body, or just masculine in a masculine body. And obviously divine feminine and masculine also don't depend on just being in women and men's bodies. Actually, obviously in gay couples as well, and so forth. But basically, it's about us embodying all these divine aspects and figuring out what are these divine aspects. But yes, we will also be still having the polarities, but it's turned towards the positive polarity, okay? Where we no longer at odds with one another, where there's no longer the fight, where there's no longer the war. And it ultimately goes back to our own mind, okay, and all the conflicts we have in ourselves. They then project out into the conflicts we have with other people. If we hold on to them and not resolve them, they get stuck as energetic blocks in our body, and we get disease and illnesses. So all of this is releasing now. And it's really a divine healing dispensation. And miracle healings are possible. I strongly believe. Again, in divine no time, this is up to source, most of all. But we do our part where we like to, just try and make the impossible possible and the invisible visible, because we came here to help make it happen. It's a co-creation. It's getting that balance right of, it's not from your ego self, it's in full alignment with source, okay, and divine will. We become divine will embodied. And we first need to all then strip all of these false layers and really connect with our natural self and our soul. And there's so many pieces to us, to the multidimensional self that we are merging with, especially over the last little while. And it's very exciting. And this is also how we can feel sometimes we're not quite here anymore. First of all, because I see the phantom matrix literally is dissolved, and our old self along with it. But it's just washing off these remnants and just letting it go. Resistance is indeed futile, one way or another. And most of us are coming along, and there's nothing to fear, really, not for your loved ones, not for yourself. It's just, atonement is really, when we forgive ourselves, is that we need to face everything. On my journey, I've had kind of the, what's it called, Bardo experience, but it's not like just 3 days. It's kind of spread out a little bit, where you just face everything that you've ever done and hurt another person, because you feel it all, but you can really transcend it by, it's ultimately happening. We're all playing roles. This is not personal. We all just came to resolve certain pieces within the consciousness. That's how we transcend separation. That's how we merge as one, in understanding that. And we're all playing roles. And it's literally just about the choice you're making now. Once you know better, you can choose better. But you have to know better. You have to look. You have to face. You need to feel that, guilt or shame or blame or whatever it may be, grief, sorrow, despair, fear, in order to release it. But it can be very quick now. And whenever I found out deeper truths that were hard to face, I was able I was in a higher consciousness to be able to face it. And that's what's happening now, because we cannot face collectively the truth that's rising from everywhere, within and without the higher consciousness, this divine love frequency, giving us the buffer and making this, as easy and graceful experience as possible. That's what we've been working on. Because when you go into the deep, deep shadow consciousness of the collective, it's really distorted and inverted. It's really, really hard. So, yeah, advancement and atonement. So it's really, we need to just forgive ourselves for everything we've ever done. Needs to come up, feel it, let it go, because it's ultimately not you. It's a role you've played in order for you to transcend all the fallen aspects within your morphogenetic field, the stuff you came here to transcend and learn as part of the whole. And it's literally just now about what are you choosing now? And it's always like that. Every moment we choose, who are we being? And it's never done. Again, it's quantum, no time. All right. You're never just in a safe boat as such. And, you're never hopeless. You can always choose again. All right. Such as now. But we need to just be able to face it with a lot of love for yourself, for others, a lot of compassion. But we also take no crap. But we can do that from a very sovereign place without no longer getting angry or feeling hurt, because it's ultimately not personal. And we're here now to hold a space for everybody who's, having a hard time, and helping everybody to cross the rainbow bridge, so to say. Okay? A lot of rainbow frequencies. We're anchoring this and send it out to all. Now, I'm just going to take a couple of questions for 10 minutes, maybe, if anybody's interested in asking anyone. I know I'm not going to go through all the chat now. Maybe just if you want to, if you have any into the activation, you can put it in again. And yes, and if anyone does want to give a donation, the details are below in the comment description box, as well as links to my SoundCloud and my Facebook and my Instagram. And it will get more organized if you still have to deal with this AI for a little while. We are walking each other home. Oh, no way. Hey, cutie. My cute ghost. My cute ghost is my daughter. Oh my God. Love you so much. I call you tomorrow. I hope you had a nice time shopping this weekend. Miss you. She's going to make me cry now. Okay. Just taking a moment. You can't hear me? Anyone else can't hear me? Yeah, definitely. Time to play. I was listening to something about, what is it? Oh, Krishna. For Krishna, I think it's all play. And it's like the Christ is like the whole sacrificial template, saying, okay, let's do the Krishna way. Let's do everything is play now, because I certainly had enough of all the heavy energy. Okay, sound is glitching, not fun. Now let me put my microphone closer and let me just try out, because I would like that obviously good for the activation. Krishna says enjoy. Good. Yes, to the sound, interference. Yeah, let's clear this for a moment. Let's just tune into our heart for a moment. Let's actually just go quiet, just for a moment, beyond words, and just focus on our heart and just ask for any interference, any lower negative energies and frequencies to be dissolved in the frequency of divine love and purity. Yes, let's go home. Time to go home, right inside our heart. All right there. It really is. Okay. If there's no question, let's do the activation. Just one moment. If anybody needs to go to the toilet, oh, I can do it now. Somebody saying, I feel stuck, don't feel different. It's the old me. Is that okay? Yeah, the best tip always is just to accept what is. Just observe it as much as you can, but as well as we want to bring it up and feel it. It's kind of the both end. That's how I do it. So, you don't want to suppress anything, but you don't kind of want to wallow in it. So it's really an alchemization of whatever you're feeling. And sometimes we feel as if we're stuck, but there's actually a lot more happening than what you think it is. And then it will just, if you can just maybe transcend that perspective or perception and just let it be, because your eternal self is just the observer of your experience, is always there. But it's like your thinking mind who's thinking you're stuck, which is really just a limited perception of what's really going on a bigger level. And everything is okay. There's no right, there's no wrong. There is no how quickly, where you need to be. There's no comparison. Just throw that all out. Yeah, I mean, with the connection, I hope it goes all well. always, you know, the AI has been a little bit sketchy for me anyway. Someone said, I told him I won't accept a shift until my husband is home, and it's a difficult situation. He's stuck. Sorry, guys, I think we're holding it up. Okay. Anyway, you know, even the people, and we had this a few times now over the last few months, where I could really feel from the collective, people weren't ready, and there was a lot of interference in the field and like holding it back. Okay. And there have been a lot of delays in a sense, in order to make it more easy and gracefully for everyone and take more along. Okay. So that's what we've been doing. But as the way I see it right now is this is the last call. So it's like everybody will see now, and people will be able to make up their own mind. That's what I'm seeing. Now, if sound is breaking up, I don't really think it's on my end. I'm not gonna, nothing I can do anyway. So otherwise, also catch it on the replay. And if anything happens, I would just recommend to tune in telepathically, because it's really beyond, you know, just here, just now, speaking. Although obviously we wanted to this time bring in the sound and the light as additional kind of dimensions to the activation. And for some people, it's also easier to do them, you know, not just telepathically, like remotely, but actually hear something. Also, if you want to, maybe get headphones. Because sometimes with the light language, so I use sound and light language, I find it's better to listen to it through the headphones than on a, you know, laptop or, you know, normal phone audio. So I just give it 2 minutes and then we start. I just actually go to the toilet one moment. So everybody 1-2 minutes and then we start. Okay, let's do some rainbow rounds. Okay. Are we all ready? Good. Oh, I'm also gonna. Oh, one second. Sorry, my laptop is doing something funny. Come on. Okay. Yeah, so we really need to, just lastly, we really need to feel the truth, because especially with so much misinformation, so much information being thrown at us, okay, it's really important. I was just frozen there for a sec. It's really important to drop our heart and drop into silence in order to really feel and hear the truth. And ultimately also, something that we found truthful, or the truth one moment, expands the next. Yeah, I saw I was frozen there for a sec. Clearing all the internet. So anyway, I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to stop looking at the chat, I think, from now on, just for me to try to finish this. Okay, now, the truth. It keeps expanding. The thing is, even in kind of ascension or in any kind of history terms, okay, especially with the Mandela effect, as we shift our templates and blueprints and consciousness in the present, we shift the past and we shift the future. That's why I'm always saying not much is set here. That's the quantum field, okay? Everything is ultimately available now. But yes, of course, there needs to be certain frequency and things to be in alignment for things to come through. That's the divine timing and divine right order part, of course. Yeah. So where was I? Energy is very intense. Now, truth, feel the truth. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Things shift and change, okay? Especially people who actively work with timelines, shifting the timelines, okay? Working with the fallen timelines and collapsing them in various ways. That's how we keep shifting the trajectory in the future timelines. That's why everything keeps shifting. That's why flip-flopping is a little bit part of it, because, yeah, you do keep shifting and changing because the timelines keep shifting and changing. All right. That's why we always need to have a non-expectation or non-attachment also. It's the free flow, okay? And we align with kind of our intuition and higher insight of what is becoming available in the quantum field. All right. And that's also in regards to truth, that, history is changing, basically, as it has to change for the future to change. And all the fallen timelines are clearing out right now. And the truth is coming out. All that is false and artificial on all levels is clearing out. It's being cleared out. And most of it is just already gone. All right. That's why so much clarity is coming forth now. All right. And it's just the last step now, fully really opening our hearts and, activating the diamond mind and diamond heart at a collective level to really more fully bring our full tribal records, history, memories online from deep within, from the crystalline core of the earth and the network, because that's, crystals hold a lot of information, they hold data, and that's really, also in our cells, all the clearing out, is clearing out all the bad data, all the inverted consciousness, thought forms, belief systems, aka programs, because it is all built on thought, obviously also connected with emotion. That's why it's, higher heart mind. And that's why fear is also a powerful manifestation tool. That's why it's important when we see these fallen timelines to override them and know that we can, especially now. We've had enough training ground over the last 2 years, and now it's just the time. And I've seen them energetically. They're already full collapse mode. Nothing at all can stop what's already happening at all at this point. There are no more delays. I cannot see. I really cannot see. So that they are still, I can see, but I cannot see any more of the fallen timelines playing out. And we're just trying to, again, keep making it happen as we go along. Because yes, we do say it is done, but it's always more done than none. And as I said, the visual I had is really us running through the finish line right now. And I can feel it on our levels. I can feel it in my reality, on our levels of our being. And we've been clearing out all the bad, data, all the bad belief system, thought forms. And again, we, as the forerunners, are holding these keys and codes for the planetary ascension. And if you think they're not enough awake, I believe they are. And it takes a tiny fraction of us. And that one person is the 100 monkey. And then everything ignites. And that's what we're here for. Okay? If the divine wants it to be. So no attachment. Then there's also no expectation. That's the whole, the new earth living is really more or less the opposite of all the belief systems and programs and behaviors and, the way we've been acting and behaving has been. It's really freedom for everyone. Everybody has to make their own, experience. But we also, if you want to be on your earth, we have to obviously embody that which is equal to the unity, living in unity, living in peace. And we first of all need to embody this within. That's why the divine union within is so important, as enough of us embody this. The whole consciousness, the planetary brain reset, which is through the crystalline grid activations happening, is shifting the consciousness. And I think most of us can see this by now. Even if you feel stuck, you must see the signs somewhere. And mostly, really, I always say, you really truly only see within. And it's a special divine feminine within us all now, with all the much of information. The real truth can only be felt and known from deep within, and it's arising from deep within, because that's the only way we can really know. And disclosure is not about disclosing just the bad people out there, although that is part of it, okay? But we can't do it from, we need to punish them now. It needs to be a whole depth forgiveness, and this is the end of it now. No more an eye for an eye, leaves the whole world blind. Where does it end? It ends now here with us. Okay, and that's through forgiveness. That's the key. It's a key to depth forgiveness, key to freedom. Okay, when we forgive, we're free, freeing everybody, releasing all the karma, back to source. Okay, to start all new, because now we know better. And the higher consciousness level we do. The cosmic mind, many of us are connected to it now, to that higher consciousness. That's what I keep bringing forth and bringing in, like many of us. And that's what is going to go out to all. Because again, it's us rebirthing as the one unity field where we are all connected, where there is a common set of morals and ethics that we just know from within what's right and what's wrong. We're not trying to be all holy and more perfect than is possible, because again, if we don't have a little bit of balance between our, higher and lower self, which all becomes one, it will create imbalances. If you have too high an expectation of perfection, and you say you can never be angry, or you can never be sad, or, whatever it may be. Also our shadow aspects are really also our greatest potentials, and vice versa. Nothing exists without the opposite, but that's where the play comes in. And we do not demonize anymore, and that's then where we do not create any more monsters. So it's reversing time. As we reverse the inverted consciousness, re-reverse it, okay, we no longer project monsters out, and we see things for what they are, and we can see only unhealed people hurt other people, and what they need most is healing. The ones that do choose atonement do receive healing. It's available for all now, but the ones who don't are not part of the new realities, because this is now last curtain call time, decision time. So, and everybody has to decide this any moment, okay? But really, don't worry. Everybody with a good heart, okay, should not worry. Now, let's do this before midnight strikes. So, if you want to use a microphone, headphones, you can sit, lie down, whatever's most comfortable for you. If you fall asleep, don't worry, you can listen to it later. you don't need to, worry about understanding too much. We will be connecting to Andromeda, which is the twin galaxy to the Milky Way. And really, this is our natural alignment that we, we are realigning our vertical column and that of the planetary body to Andromeda and the seven higher heavens, which is the aurora host. It's basically the consciousness field and platform that it's hosting planetary ascension, and these higher frequencies from the auroras that are familiar with these frequencies. You don't have to just feel into the frequency of the words. We're supported by the crystal star families, the aurora families, Aquafarian, and guardians, and many beings of light, angelics, the dragons, cosmic dragons, unicorns, magical beings. I've tuned into this earlier. We have a lot of support, galactic support. Loads of lion energy came in yesterday, very high frequency. And a lot of our quantum came in last night, I forgot to say. So those three things, because I keep forgetting everything. Literally, if you can't write it down, it's just so much happening. So a lot of clearing of AI, as I said earlier on, a lot of our quantum, which is basically our higher consciousness, our higher identities, okay, because we've cleared all this crap out, all right, these entities and attachments and all these miasms and reverse codings and so forth. So our true self, multidimensional self, activating. That's why today is super intense energies as well, bringing up everything else, the all artificial interference frequencies, materials, it's all clearing. Okay, and what did I just say? What was the other thing? Can't remember. Oh, Kundalini energies, loads, but it really goes beyond Kundalini. So it goes really from the core of the earth, which we'll be connecting to, the crystalline core, really been also helping us clear our central channel from, kind of bottom up, and then from source, through the Andromeda Galaxy, down through our crowns and clearing our channels from top down as well. So it's really, that's what I've been feeling a lot happening. So now we are on. Let's do it. So don't worry too much if you don't understand some of the words. Just tune into the frequency. If you fall asleep, that's fine. Just relax. Don't worry. Don't think. Put that thinking mind, that thinking monkey mind away. It's the best way. Connect to the cosmic mind. That's what we're doing. And I close my eyes, so. Okay. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. Just relax. Check your body for any tension. Just consciously let go. Let's focus on your heart. Letting go of any worries, any stress, any thoughts. And with the next breath in, just imagine a bubble in your heart center, beautiful crystalline rainbow bubble of light, plasma light, liquid light. And with the breath, you just breathe into this bubble and hold it there to let it build up. And with the next breath out, you breathe it out into your whole energy field like a big bubble of crystalline plasma rainbow light. Purifying, healing, balancing, harmonizing, upgrading your whole morphogenetic field to the highest divine blueprint available in this now moment. Purify, clear, heal, balance, harmonize, upgrade your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies to the highest divine blueprint across all time and space, all dimensions, all realities, all incarnations, merging, unifying all as one right here, right now. All of your spiritual bodies, horizontal, vertical, diagonal. Isakara sakara sakashukututana keanakera kuku aya maye suye anatara datara sakaya shakara kunanate anana inake ake 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 kusunatara sa senatea sana kunatea keate kasunaya kashatara sata. Clear, remove, resolve, dissolve any lower, negative, artificial frequencies, energies, entities, vibrations, red wave spectrum, sound and light fields and bands and tones. Any lower, limiting, inverted thought forms, behaviors, belief systems, thought forms, programs. Clear, release, dissolve. Back to source for re-encryption. Sekina satara sakara shukunate ke atara tana. Ina se anate anatana tana tana ta. Enate anata. Sukuna sakara shaka ye ana. Unatane. Enanase ake ake anate atuna yana saraya. Kuya ya ne aye shukuya nana ye. Ana ye. Una ye. Ana tara ye. Osunana ye ate ake. Tana ye aye 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 aye. Now imagine a diamond Merkaba spinning in your third eye, in your heart center, and around your energy field. Spinning at the perfect alignment, geometry, spin rate, velocity. Seki anatara sakara saya shukukuna kia kekinakara sakara saya ayayayana sutunatea tinasena yena sara senaye tunata tusukuna sakana sakara saka shikina kea kena kara tukuna kena sa ana ukuna teke kina sakara sakara saka na 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 Soto. Now, imagine a little ball of crystalline, diamond, white light moving from your third eye to your heart center with your next breath. And with the next breath, send that ball of light all the way down through your central column to the crystalline core of Earth, all the way down. Until you can feel it arriving. Feel yourself, your energy connecting with the crystalline core. Beautiful aquamarine, diamond white light. From here, connect for a moment with the grids, the ley lines, and the diamond grid system. Feel it igniting, activating beneath your feet, even if you're lying down. Now, with the next breath, focus again on this ball of light and breathe it all the way back up to about 30 centimeters beneath your feet with the next breath. And from there, with the next breath, breathe it out as a beautiful platform of diamond white light. Beautiful circular platform, 13 centimeters beneath your feet. As wide as you would like to make it, but make it at least wide enough to surround your whole body. Now with the next breath, you breathe this column of light all the way up, all the way around you. And we're going to connect through the stargates, through the suns, all the way back to source. Through the sun, central sun, great central sun, galactic center, heart of Andromeda, connecting through the galactic core. Sukuna sakara shakana tana sata yekena sa henotanata. Connect for a moment with the heart of Andromeda, the spiraling arms of the Andromeda Galaxy. From here we connect up to the Aurora host, 7 higher heavens, Aqua, Aqualine Sun, Sukushukunate esa. Connecting to Ascension Earth, Aramatena, Senasa Sukushukunatara Sata. Connect to your 12th dimensional blueprint, 15th dimensional. Sekana Sakara Shakana Tara Sakana Sakara Sakana Sakana Saka. Streaming the full 144 subharmonics. Esuna Seya Se plus 3 is 1. Eshuna Tea Kinake. Tu Yena Sana Sa Ya Ye. Enana Oe. Ha Ua. E. Anasana Ye. Ua. Enakeasa. Connect with your diamond avatar, multidimensional self, quantum tree of life, divine blueprints, templates, keys and codes. Esuyena tae tuya enayana saye manayanata ya susha. Connecting up to the primal sound and light fields, pre-matter, our dark matter body template. Esukana sakara sa shuku eya e u a se ta e tanatara sata keanata ua anananea te ata ua ena ke shuya ea eanatara ya susunate ya ananana na yea anu and connecting up to the heart and mind of God, pure source consciousness, the cosmic mind. Sesasa aea koea anaya omona teteata. Now, with the next breath, you breathe down, column of light, all the way from source, all the way around you, around your energy field, back down through the core of Earth, all the way through, out into deep space. Beautiful column of diamond, white, golden and platinum crystalline light. Seyana sakara shukukina kara saka. Enaya shu e ayana keakara kanasa ea kuku ea enae anasuku ne ae ae anae ane ate ae ae enatara shakara sake akenata. Purify, clear, heal, balance, harmonize, upgrade to the highest divine blueprint, every cell, every atom, every atomic and subatomic particle and wave, and all the spaces in between, right down to the mitochondria. Clearing out any remaining debris, lower frequencies, energies, miasma, trauma, imprints, false memories, releasing the past at a cellular and molecular level, across all time and space, all timelines, all dimensions, all realities, the one consciousness in quantum no time. Senaka ya ya eu sukuina he ekena anas ehashkunaya kiata kuya ea ane 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 ane. Clearing and healing hybridization, trauma, lower codings, reversals, mutations of now DNA, all remaining falling lower timelines, lower consciousness, all ready to be let go of, fully, completely now. Sena natara sana te ake anatana shukuna te ake ka aya natara sate a ohaya umanane anese shuku enakeata sukana te ake kinakarasate ishukuna. Sukuna sakara 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 sakana ta 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 sakara sakara. And in all remaining AM material signals, clear, remove, release, neutralize. Isuna se akara shukuna te ake. Ginatana sakara sakara sakara. Feel your cells and atoms spinning faster and faster, coming lighter and lighter. Atoms turning from carbon, more and more crystalline, liquid light. 13 electrons, 13 protons. Sekana sakara shukuna te akena sakara sakara sayana shuna yena nena kena 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 ke. See the diamond Merkabas spinning in each one of your cells, clearing out any remaining debris, any lower frequencies and energies. Absolute ease and grace. Sena na na tara sa ye anana ye aye anana tu ne na 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 ye na he ana shu ne ake ate ana asute ane ane Ananatu ye ane 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 ane. Ane. Feel your field, your whole morphogenetic field becoming brighter and lighter. More and more diamond light filling your field. Purifying, ascending. Our vibrational spin rate coming faster. Ekanatara sakana sakara sakana shatea kenakana sakana saka. Ko a e I a su. Focus on your heart. Crystalline, diamond, rose heart. Opening up its petals. Healing, releasing, transmuting any remaining feelings of grief and sadness, loss, hopelessness. Fear and depression. Release it all back to source for our hearts to open to ever greater levels of love, loving ourselves, loving others, welcoming love into our lives, and feeling a deep reverence for all life everywhere across all time and space, remembering the original innocence within all, the original spark of source that glows within us all. Seanana sa shuku yanana ne ane ane ai 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 Unanae aneate ananasa uyanana ene anatua na na te ya e e clearing out any remaining energies of betrayal from the back of our heart, higher back, making us open to receive ever greater levels of love and abundance and truth. Eananata eana sotea anayeatana na e e. Now focus on your third eye. And imagining there, beautiful lotus flower, opening up its petals for our third minds to open wide in full clarity, merging our heart with our mind, for a higher heart-mind coherence and connection, unifying our heart and our mind, our masculine, our feminine, higher and lower self, heaven and earth. Esana keata kenanate yashatarana teakeae. You can imagine like a figure of 8 running from your high heart, connecting through the back of your head, through the third eye. Okay. I can feel it. I can't put it into words right now. I don't know why. It's going from your third eye energy to the front of your third eye, forwards towards your high heart. Making an H out the back of your head. Trying to ever think it beyond words. Sunana teake. I'm running the energy in your field. Esana teake atana eate. Usuna teaseake. Also activating the sphenoid bone within our skull in the butterfly pattern. Kenateta, kushunana teakeate, huyanata, sutena, ketaya, kuyenata, kusunataya, keanana, huya, deonana teakeakeake. Ukuna sheake na kena sata no kuna teakeake. Activating the neural pathways of light, responsible for our awakening across the planetary brain and within our brain to the highest level allowed. Esanatara saka shunateake. Neuroplasticity. Esashuya ake. Uka anatara sakara sa. Shu. Connecting to the human heart grid. Feel your heart connecting to one another and to all willing hearts across the planetary grid. Feel into this connection. Feel the stargate of your heart opening and activating. Enakara shukuya nake siyana uyada kuya auala ke anasakara shakata kukuna kenayana kena sakara shaka. Yanake e unaya anasatara shuku enake seyataya sakara saka. Releasing any remaining fear, feelings of self-doubt, worry, regret. Esunasa shuku yana ke anata. All limiting programming gone. Eana kena saka nena shuku ta. Eana ta ya sunatea ta. As we fully align with the cosmic mind. The cosmic heart, Suku isha, skadana, skureana, deayona, madea, skureana, ta, ikina, bloriskana, te iskanayana, kanakanate, kuyanake, ashkunayata, sku, ayarkene, iskra, kunakrea, kekina sekera sekerasa. At one with the cosmic mind, cosmic heart, with source, activating our diamond avatar self, our double diamond plasma rainbow light body. Usu shu ska ye ski ska na kere ska ye skuna skere ska ye ake wina ya su inanana sana ye etu kekeata kena se kena kana sakara saka. Activating our multidimensional DNA, the divine template of the 144, 48 DNA strands, skina, karashkuki, nate, triple helix DNA, uskuye, 144 plus 3 is 1. Isa shayena. Kikina sakara sukunate nate. Clear, remove, release, delete any remaining lower timelines, distortions, lower codings, reversals, mutations. Kena sakara sukuna sena tena sekena sakara shukuna teake. Ya ke ena tu tasata kenayarata. Feel your crystalline heart crystallizing, opening wider and wider. Sending plasma light from your heart through your veins, through your blood, purifying your bloodlines, ancestral lines throughout time and space. Kinasa suyanata neata. Goyana su sa e a ga. Tara kaya karatsa po amate. Suyanasha kenataya koyanata. Crystallizing the crystals and purifying your fascia. Sukuna seya nata yeakia seya. Sunaseya. Feel your fascia crystallizing throughout your body. Now your bones. Feel you're becoming more and more crystalline light, lighter and lighter, brighter and brighter, releasing any remaining density with absolute ease and grace, all that's ready to be let go of. Sunana saeate kuneatana shunata e kea nanata ya. And now your skin, feel your skin turning crystalline. Siddhanatanasa. The crystals throughout your body, your brain and your heart. And now connecting through our heart again to the crystalline grid from where we're at on our points on the grids, activating the diamond grid for our diamond heart, connecting to the crystalline core of Gaia, connecting to one another. activating the ley lines, grids. Inatara suku shanate ake anatana sarasa. Suna seate kenata e a ko anasata. Connecting to the Q sites, stargates, arc sites, Trinity gates, organic ascension gateways, power points, ancient sites, chakra points, ancient temples, pyramids, crystal pyramids. Uyananata yana anata yashuyana. Feel the crystalline network activating, crystalline pyramids, crystalline technologies, rise, activate. Isu shuna sa a ye ki na a. Na de he na he na de ta. Connecting to the crystalline caverns, crystal beds, crystal caves, crystal core, activate. Se shunatana ke akena sukunatana se ke anakuna shanate ake. Connecting to the Diamond Platinum Network, Minas Gerais, Lake Titicaca, Easter Island, Rosslyn Chapel, Stonehenge, Giza, Uluru, Newgrange. Ianakana saye inatu clearing any remaining reversals, higher materials from the grids, anchoring the 0 point field, Trinity wave. Sukunate akina kina saya. Unate sunataya. Connecting to the animal kingdom, plant kingdom, mineral kingdom, whales and dolphins, lions, elephants. Inakara shukuna sa ye anatuna ye ake ya nasaya ne ate. Calling upon the gatekeepers, dream weavers. Kuna sanate ake natara sakana sa agathans, ancient ones. Kuna sanate ake nasakara shukune nate ake ate. Calling all of ourselves back to us, our soul, oversoul, avatar, rishi, one pure true, God, source, consciousness, all of our multidimensional selves, unified as one, Holy Trinity, Divine Father, Divine Mother, Divine Child, returned, rebirthed as one, our divine original blueprint, divine innocence with the lessons learned, back to the future where we belong. Sekonasha ye tunane anata Nayeakia Sunata. Connecting the emerald ray to Tara in Ireland, Giza in Egypt, Uluru in Australia, connecting the emerald heart grid throughout our hearts, throughout the grids, throughout the cosmic grids, throughout the interdimensional Stargate System, connecting the planetary mind with the cosmic mind. One heart, one mind, one soul, one body. Kunasa. Activating the Rose Grid Network. Ena so shona kara sakana sana kea kea ke. Purify, clear all ley lines, horizontal, diagonally, vertical. Isuna sea shukuna tena kena sakana 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 shakana dea kena saka. The return of the full music of the spheres. Inatena sana yatenui. Balancing, harmonizing, upgrading, uplifting all life everywhere in frequency and consciousness. Letting go of any remaining illusions, delusions, veils, any sense of separation, all distortions and inversions within the consciousness now dissolve. Kena shaya, sekena sa, ku, a, ye, hanatara, sakana, teana, tatayana, katayana, sistayana, kasayana, sukushuyana, ya. The cosmic dragons return. Suna she anakana sana dea 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 natana sana ina dea ke anata. So, ayana. Return of the Emerald Order. Diamond Avatar, rebirthed. Activating the organic ascension realities. Ascension keys and codes. Divine union, divine love codes, bliss codes, freedom codes, inasana sayana, prosperity codes, seshuna seya shekina sakana sakana teya keya natara sa. Highest timelines on behalf of all willing hearts, kinasana shuyata. He, ha, ku, e, ana, sakara, sakara, saka. Feel the whole field lit up with pure diamond white light, dissolving all remaining distortions. All that is false and artificial dissolves now. Kushkana, ke'ena, within and without. Sutana sata, as above so below. Kena keata sho, ke achnokra, ke achkuna keresh kanaya, ke eske, Kekunaka. So as it is spoken, so it is done. So as it is spoken, so it is done. So as it is spoken, so it is done. Enata kunate sara kanana keena shato. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Focus on your heart, coming fully back into your body, into your heart. Sharing these keys and codes with all willing hearts and minds in the field, ready to be picked up on. Senatea shanata, all in quantum no time. Kina sakushukuna ye. Ea tana tasuta. One more time, anchor this light into the grids, into your point in the grids, into the crystalline core. Shuya sana kanatea gunatea. Filling our morphogenetic field and that of the planet and that of any and all willing hearts and souls out there with pure divine love light. See this radiating out from your heart, throughout your bones and your blood and your organs and your veins. All of you, every cell, every atom, every atomic and subatomic particle and wave and all the spaces in between, your mitochondrial, DNA, RNA, quantum time codes activate, filling, overwriting all lower frequencies and energies with pure divine liquid source love light straight from the Creator and from our hearts. Source, home, right there inside our hearts. The Stargate to all dimensions, all realities, right there inside of us. All of the universe right inside of us. This is your multidimensional access. Kenatea shataya nakara sanatea ye. Unaye. Unaye. Enaye. Unaye. Aye. As the Cosmic Mother now fills our whole morphogenetic field, that of the planet and all life everywhere, all time and space, the whole quantum field with pure divine love. Sena sana sayana sana teane unanena aye aye aye. Calling all of our multidimensional selves back to us, activating our gifts and abilities, memories, tribal records within. Tribal shields activate, heal, repair. Susu, shka, na, ta, ke, sa, na, ta. We are full and clear in our sight, in our knowing, in our hearing and vision. Now, clairvoyance, clear cognizance, clear sentience, clear audience, telekinesis, levitation, bilocation, teleportation, manifestation, healing. Suna sana sa shukunate ake anatana sanaye. May all remember the truth again. Kenatara sakana sakana saka. The truth that is everlasting and it cannot be questioned. Arises now from deep within the crystalline core, the crystalline caverns, crystalline networks, from within our hearts, from within and without. All that is, only the truth remains. Kinasa shukuta danateya kiyasa. So it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Coming now fully back into our bodies. Fully, fully, fully. All of us, our whole multidimensional self, fully anchored, fully aligned, fully merged as one. Holy Trinity within. Clearing any remaining lower energies back to source. Our whole fields sparkling clean, shining like the beautiful, unique diamonds that we indeed are. Our unique natural self, our diamond avatar, resurrected, remembered, reactivated, ignited, fully at home now, fully self. Thank you. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And thanks for so many staying with us. So I guess you did enjoy. I know it was quite phenomenal. I do like that. Thanks everyone who joined. And exactly, really, it only takes a few of us with the right keys and codes and the right attitude and belief. It's a frequency, okay? And I know it's not just wishing for it, but obviously clearing all of those false belief systems along the way and all the trauma and all the other stuff we're doing. Okay, it's all of that. All right, so thank you so much for everyone not giving up, hanging in there, even when we have given up at times, okay, for coming back to it, because even when I gave up, it was like, the only thing that makes me feel better is doing this stuff. So we can't really help ourselves. So thank you so much for taking part. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let that anchor in. Quite powerful. It was almost an hour. I know we went quite long, but it just comes in. You know, I have a rough idea what we're doing, obviously, and it's beyond the words. Although I do use words, it's all of that. And that will keep anchoring in. You can also listen to it back again. I've recorded it also separately, which I then also will post tomorrow. That you can also then download as an MP3 if you want to listen back to it. Obviously, this will here be available on replay. Thank you for your keys and codes. This will go out. It's already gone out to everyone. This is much bigger than we are. It really is. Hi, James. This is so much bigger than, all of us, really, our little selves here. And drink loads of water, connect with the earth. It's so healing. It's you want to just bury yourself in the earth right now. It's like, so, salt baths. It's really helpful. Obviously, meditation. Try to really keep dropping your mind into your heart and let source take over. Surrender it all and no time. Okay. Keep merging with your timeless self through merging with the cosmic mind. And that happens literally when you become no mind. It's things like really, basic meditation, really just focusing on your breath. I know it's easier said than done, but you just keep letting go of your thoughts. And it's becoming easier now. Could you feel today? The Buddha mind is coming online. Very hard to think anything as all this artificial programming is being shift deleted. So thank you everybody for doing the good work. Felt that big time. Yeah, grass walk. And thank you so much. You're all freaking amazing and you're beyond words, and keep on going and just keep igniting Ascension Earth from deep within. No time, no space. Everything is possible any moment now, always. But it's not like we're waiting at all, okay? We just get busy. We just, hi Jenny, we just, and everybody here, yeah, just a few people, they're just popping up. And of course, Angel and everybody else. I don't know if Annette is the other Annette, but all of you, sending you so much love. And we'll connect again soon and connect through the Telepathic Communication Network. Okay, that's also what we activated today, because that's the organic grid. Okay, it's not here online, but obviously, whilst it's still working, any moment now it might go offline. Okay, because obviously it's glitching now. 111, exactly now 107. It's time to stop. It's been 2 hours. There haven't been too many questions, I think. So thank you so much for your love, for any donation sent. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, Tina. Enjoy Egypt. Oh my God, I want to be myself over there. So any moment I figure that out, we're having a coffee, all right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all so, so much. Let's keep radiating that love out, all within, okay? Yes, we have the vertical connection, but ultimately really connect with the heart, keep turning diamond, keep crystallizing, and send this out to all. You are much more powerful than you think you are, and then you believe yourself to be. So keep believing in yourself, keep using and deepening into your gifts and abilities, because that's, practice makes perfect. Anything we're good at, we're becoming better and better the more we practice it. So put it out there, share your truth, be your true, organic, natural self, and everything else will align from there, really, truly, okay? Be brave, be a brave heart, and just keep going with the Buddhic mind, all right? Cosmic mind, not the monkey mind, all right? Now shift deleted, the whole artificial grid, the artificial mind, and programming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it. I love you guys. Bye. Bye, Ruth. Bye, Moya. Bye, Anne. Bye, Natasha. Bye, David. Julia, Ronnie, thank you. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Deepest gratitude, reverence and honor. Thank you. Love and blessings always. Now, bye. If it lets me.